Docker powers almost every self-hosted app you'll want to run. Plex, Vault-Warden, Nextcloud, because nearly everything ships with a Docker run command. But where you run it on Proxmox matters more than most guides admit. Get it wrong, and a routine kernel upgrade takes your whole stack offline. I'm Hex. Let's pick the right home for Docker. Here's the honest scorecard. A VM gives Docker its own kernel. Upgrades are clean, and every tutorial you'll find online assumes this setup. Docker inside an LXC shares the Proxmox host kernel, needs nesting and Kernel features enabled, and can break when the host updates. The overhead difference is around 500 to 1000 megabytes of RAM worth every megabyte. Building the VM takes about 10 minutes. Create a Debian 12 VM with 2 vCPU, 4 GB of RAM, and a 32 GB disk. Enable the QEMU guest agent so you can bump resources later without stopping other guests. Install Docker Engine with the official convenience script. Then add your admin user to the Docker group. Log out and back in for the group change. One command from Docker's official source handles the entire install. Then run Hello World to confirm it's actually working before you build anything on top of it. The usermod command adds your user to the Docker group, so you're not typing sudo in front of every single command. Just remember, log out and back in, or the group change won't take effect. Portainer gives you a web UI over your entire Docker host. Containers, images, stacks, volumes, all in one place. 2 commands create a persistent volume, then run the container on port 9443. Open the address in your browser and create the admin account quickly. There is a security timeout on first launch. After that you are managing stacks from a proper dashboard. If you are going the LXC route, one lightweight stateless app and limited RAM, you need nesting and Kernel features enabled. It will work. But a Proxmox host kernel upgrade can silently break storage driver compatibility, leaving Docker unable to start. Treat the container as disposable. Keep your compose files and volumes backed up so you can rebuild in minutes. Here is the honest exception. Running one lightweight stateless app on a RAM-tight node. An unprivileged LXC with nesting enabled is completely fine. Just go in knowing it might need a rebuild after a Proxmox update and set up your backups accordingly. For anything you care about running reliably long-term, use the VM. Half a gig of RAM is cheap insurance. You have a stable Docker host, Portainer running on top of it, and the right infrastructure decision made from the start. The obvious next steps are Traefik for clean HTTPS URLs instead of memorizing port numbers, p-hole for local DNS names, and Proxmox backup server to protect the VM. All covered in this series. See you in the next one.